King's College, Cambridge, a place where centuries of history meet the modern world. This university is home to some of the oldest and most prestigious traditions, rituals that might seem out of place in today's society, but are still practiced with pride. My aim is to answer some questions. Why do these customs persist in a world full of smartphones and self-driving cars? Do they hold value in our fast-paced modern society? And are they meaningful practices that connect us to the past, or are just a relic of a bygone era? Today, we're setting out to explore these peculiar traditions, speak with those who live them, and find out if they still hold value in our modern times. Let's go for it.
Cambridge traditions are known around the world, but what do the people living here actually think about them? I'm asking Cambridge students which ancient tradition they find most interesting.
I would say the most interesting one is probably college families, which is where in first year you can choose to get married to someone in your year. You have a marriage ceremony where you get officially married, and in second year they will assign you a new fresher, and you basically act as their buddy or mentor in their first few weeks of term.
Oh my god, I have no idea.
Well, brunch is pretty good. You get eggs, you get sausages, hash browns, tomatoes, all the stuff you want. Best day of the week, best meal of the week.
Academically, every year they basically post everyone's exam results outside the Senate House, which I guess is not something a lot of unis do. So like, you can find basically everyone's name and also their grade, like 2-1 and 2-2 first class, publicized outside.
Mayballs are a tradition in Cambridge and Oxford, which happen every year after your exams.
Yeah, so one of the big traditions at Cambridge are formal dinners. So formal dinners are basically, they're just a fancy dinner. You get to dress up in a suit and wear a nice gown and have a nice fancy meal hosted by your college, and it's a good time to get together with some friends.
Every year in the summer, at the end of exams, we all jump into the river camp. It depends on which college you're from, but I heard that in John's, if you finish your exams, you walk straight out of the hall, you walk to the lawn and you just jump right in, because there isn't that big of a distance between the lawn and the river itself.
Can't exactly talk about Cambridge without talking about the Cam, where it gets its name from. And the Cam is famous for having lots of punts on it. Punts are essentially small wooden boats that you push along with a stick. It's great fun, way to take a break from whatever else you might be doing.
Many of these traditions might seem out of place today, yet they persist, connecting us to Cambridge's unique history. Let's speak to someone who lives this life to dive deeper into why they endure.
Thank you for meeting me here. Why did you choose this spot for our chat?
Well, I feel I'm talking about the river. Might as well show you the river. So it's split up into a few sections. This part here is where punts are allowed. Like the Pimm's boats you'll see there, they go around offering Pimm's at quite a high price to anyone on the river, which is really quite nice on a summer's afternoon. Just past this lock, you'll find 10, 20 rowing clubs all in one long line. I think every college has its own rowing club.
We've heard about traditions like punting, formals, mayballs and jumping into the river from students. Could you tell me more about any of these?
As soon as we're here, I'll talk about jumping into the Cam. So I don't know how much you've heard already, but at the end of exams, a lot of people think it'd be great fun, just jump it in. We know the water's disgusting and has all sorts of diseases, but it's still really quite fun.
Why do you think these traditions still exist in modern times?
Well, we've benefited from that tradition and want to carry it on and let future generations experience things that started hundreds of years ago.
Do you think there's a place for these kind of traditions in broader society?
I think traditions have done wonders for Cambridge. It's tied us all together and it's given us a connection to generations of top-class education, some of the most brilliant minds that you hear about in textbooks, and knowing that they did the same things we've done. And I think having that link is good in all parts of society. And so I think they definitely do still hold a place, even if they may seem outdated.
From punting to formal dinners, these traditions have stood the test of time, evolving to survive in a modern world while retaining their charm.
So, are these traditions just a peculiar relic of the past, or do they have a rightful place in our modern world? Maybe the answer lies somewhere in between. They're a reminder of where we've come from and a way to celebrate the unique culture of Cambridge.